So it's been a while since I've done a vlog at all. It's been a really long time. As you know, COVID's going on, but it's currently June 15th. Things in New York are pretty calm. Thank God the infection rate has drastically dropped here significantly, while the other country's not doing that well. But that being said, Kevin Lee, probably most experienced people in the search marketing world on PPC and above, formed his company Didit 20 plus years ago. Been speaking on the circuit for 20 plus years. There's probably no one who's been around in the PPC world as long as Kevin Lee. He's a very successful person, has numerous companies, has done numerous acquisitions, spoken, like I said, around the world, numerous conferences, written numerous books, and he's agreed to come out to my house to do a socially distant, a chair there, about 8 feet away. We will hopefully be wearing masks, I believe, at least during the prep, and then when we're talking, we'll take them off. But he's on his way here. He lives about a half hour from my house. I didn't really know that. And we're going to talk to him. So I'm looking forward to interviewing the first person after the lockdown in New York. So hope you enjoy Kevin. He's someone I've known for, again, like I said, probably close to 20 years or so. And I'm super excited to be interviewing him. A little bit nervous. Hopefully we won't breathe our air, but we've both been on lockdown, haven't gone anywhere in a few months now. So it should be safe, and looking forward to doing more of these in a very safe way. I should add, hopefully there won't be any interruptions during this talk. I'm doing it outside, of course. I think he's pulling up now. Haven't gotten a haircut in a while, haven't shaved in a while. Blame it on COVID, why not? But it's all about the conversation, not about the looks, hopefully. And hopefully you guys learn something. Hope you enjoy it. So as I sit here waiting for him to come, figured I'll talk to you a little bit about what's going on in terms of the setup. So I'm gonna make sure this is around 8 feet away. Hopefully we're wearing masks during that time, at least during the setup. Like I said before, in addition, I'm using multiple devices. I'll see if I could get because we're so far away, we can't really talk together, and then the audio might be messed up a little bit. I have a mic on this camera, which is gonna be far away and getting both of us, and I'm also gonna use an iPhone on a different tripod to get a mic on Kevin. So there'll be two different audio sources, two different video sources, maybe three. I might actually put another camera somewhere else to get a photo of me. I don't think it's necessary, but at least one on Kevin with audio mic on him on a separate device, as well as the DJI camera, which is this camera, on another device. I actually broke this camera not too long ago. I took it with a waterproof case from DJI in a pool. It got water in there. DJI fixed it within a week and sent me a brand new one with a new waterproof case as well. So thanks to DJI, who's not an official sponsor of this video. I paid for everything, but they did fix the camera, which is nice, for free. In any event, it's a beautiful day. This is my backyard. Hopefully you like it. Not much, I'm still trying to grow grass back there, but lots of rocks. Live in Rockland. In any event, hope you enjoy the interview. He should be here in a minute. I thought he passed by before, but I guess that was not him. So looking forward to you enjoying this video. It's been a while. And if you are interested in coming out to Rockland County, New York, not far from Westchester, where the US outbreak began in March, but seem to have contained most of it, hopefully. If you want to come out here, you could definitely meet with me out here at my house, or at the office, which is about 10 minutes down here in West Nyack, New York. Looking to do more vlogs in a safe way, and if you're interested, again, we'll do it outside. Rain or shine, snow, sleet, just like the mailman. We'll see how it goes. Any event, I hope you enjoy this interview, and here's Kevin Lee. Okay, we're in quarantine. Not really. Now we're out. I'm gonna take off the mask because we're about 8 feet away, 6 feet away. If that's okay with you.
I think we're
okay.
Yeah.
This is our first time we have seen the outside, the sunlight, in what, like 3-4 months, right?
Exactly. I'm a little paler than I would normally be this time of year.
Thanks for wearing the shorts. I appreciate it. So thank you for coming out here. I really appreciate it. I didn't realize you're only like a half hour away from my area. So you're in Westchester, right?
Yeah, Scarsdale.
That's where the outbreak in the U.S. kind of like really...
Well, New Rochelle, which is another 8 miles south of me, or 9 miles south of me.
And I guess I'm the other way in terms of how far New Rochelle's from me. It's about 15 minutes or so. Thankfully, it's been pretty calm here in New York in the past month or so. Yeah. I think there were 14 new infections here in Rockland County. I think the number's way down where you are.
Yeah, it's way down. They only had that problem up in Chappaqua because the girl went down to the graduation in Florida and brought it back to Chappaqua.
Right, but that seems to...
They contact traced that one down.
They contained it, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry for the outside here. A tree fell just a few days ago and I got to get things fixed, but
works.
These trees, you have trees falling down all over the place by you?
Scarsdale is, I mean, it was that tropical storm took one down.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a tree fall on my house over there, got a brand new roof, maybe like 2-3 years ago. Had a tree, multiple trees like block my whole driveway, but that's the beauty of living here with all these trees.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kevin Lee, thank you for coming out here. This is vloggy, so it's no formal format, and I haven't done one since like March 10th or so.
All right, well, I'm glad to be able to kickstart it again.
Yes.
You'll have to draw concentric circles around your house and see who else is in there
yes.
within a 100-mile radius.
Right. If people want to drive from California, they're more than welcome to as well. But hopefully, if you want to be on the vlog, come over to Rockland, and hopefully I'll get you on. Any event, you've been in the industry since before there was an industry.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, Didit and Kevin Lee has been, it's the name behind search marketing in terms of, especially in the PPC and the paid search world.
Yeah, I mean, we started in organic in '96, right? So there was no paid when I got started. There was organic. We built an organic monitoring tool called the Didit Detective in '96. That was our first product.
So it's just amazing. Like 1996, there was no Google. I think Google was 97, right? 98, something like that.
I think it was, I think it might have been 98. I'd have to look it up.
I think they were like building it in 97. So you're pre-Google, and there's not many people who could say that. I think I've interviewed only a few people. Danny Sullivan, Mike Grehan, Chris Sherman.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So you're one of the, I guess, before first, you call them first generation SEOs, SEMs. You're pre-generation, which is pretty cool. And it's an honor for me to interview you. In fact, you actually went to school. I went to school with one of your past employees, high school, Ellie Feldblum.
Sure, yeah. Ellie worked for me for a while.
So I think he's not far. Maybe I should get him on the vlog as well. He's in
You
Teaneck.
should actually, yeah, because I think he's Teaneck.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Smart guy, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He after he left Didit, he went to Israel for a few years, and he's back now.
Yeah. So you taught him everything he knows.
No. He's a quick learner, and I think everyone learns from each other in this industry. So
cool. So the format I have with this vlog is usually you tell people who you are. So you have a big history. I'm gonna let you give the maybe 1 or 2 minute intro. Just look at that camera over there.
Sure.
Hopefully it's still running. If not, then we'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm Kevin Lee. I co-founded Didit in 1996, and we started in organic SEO pre-Google. We were also pretty early in the wonderful world of PPC. We built what may or may not have been the first bid alert system for GoTo.com, which was the first pay-per-click search engine that went public as Overture. Then that bid alert system turned into a bid management system, and from a bid management system it became a campaign management system, and that was actually a great business for a while until Marin went and raised $101 million in venture money, decided that the right price for bid management was below cost, and they went public at a $500 million valuation, give or take, and they've been burning cash ever since. I don't think they've ever had a profitable quarter that I can remember. Needless to say, when you're in the bid management business and your competitor is Marin, you pretty much have to find another business. So Didit went on a bit of an acquisition spree. We acquired a total of 11 companies. About half of them were partially digital, a couple of them were fully digital, but we decided to go full stack agency, right? Everything, including 3 digital direct mail companies, right? So we got into digital direct mail, hyper-personalizing mail in the same way that you would do dynamic creative optimization for banners. We were doing that for direct mail. So it's been quite an adventure. A lot of people also know me because of my sort of cause marketing personality. I started We Care 12 years ago, raising money for nonprofits through online shopping. That platform raised $8.3 million for nonprofits. It became the inspiration for Amazon Smile. They were a partner of ours for 6.5 years, and then decided it was such a good idea they would terminate our agreement and launch Amazon Smile. Now I'm working on another nonprofit platform called Giving Forward, which is cause marketing powered publishing, and that's got SEO implications to it. So it's fun, first 50 or 60 hours a week, go to Didit every week, and then I've got my little nonprofit or cause marketing side hustle.
Yeah, so it seems like you've had a pretty successful so far, knock on wood, career. It's interesting because I'm reading a book now. What's the name of it? The Innovation Stack. The guy who created Square, the Square, and he's like, they beat Amazon. It's very rare for a company Amazon wanted to like, do what they did.
Right.
And it was very rare for
Independent
companies,
business.
like once Amazon gets in your business, you're pretty much screwed. So it's interesting you mentioned that. You're also the CEO of eMarketing Association,
Yep.
which does a lot of good. You've been doing that for a while. You're also an angel investor, from what I read on your profile here on LinkedIn.
Yep. Did a little bit of angel investing.
You like doing that or not really?
I've learned that I'm better at investing in my own businesses than I am in other people's. I guess my claim to fame on the angel investing side of things is that none of my companies have gone bankrupt yet.
Okay, congratulations.
So I've got a couple of potential winners in there, but most are sort of flattish.
So let's talk about some of the topics that you brought up that you wanted to talk about. The first one is digital PR and why it rocks for SEO. So what's your spiel on that?
Yeah, one of the second or third company we acquired, I have to remember, had a PR agency that they had acquired previously. And I had always appreciated PR and the power of earned media. And when we acquired those companies, I really started to think about the way in which digital PR, all PR is sort of turned digital, but the way in which digital PR in particular helps you accomplish PR goals and SEO goals at the same time. And some people might call it barnacle SEO, but the idea of SERP domination is a strategy that we really like to use, because a lot of our clients have obviously direct response objectives, but they also have awareness objectives, like your PR style objectives. And what I really like a lot about digital PR and dovetailing it with SEO and sort of doing it in tandem is that when you start to achieve SERP domination, where initially you might have a newer domain or a domain that can't rank in and of itself because it doesn't have much authority or whatever buzzword you want to use, since Google says there's no such thing as domain authority, but obviously the industry uses that as a proxy. But what we find is that for a lot of folks, their own domains won't rank that well except for their own name, and so it's an uphill battle for that, and it takes time and investment. And so it's easier for content that sits outside their domain to rank than it is for content that's in their domain. And for that reason, it's sort of like a little bit like barnacle SEO, but the idea is to dominate the search engine results page for all the concepts and themes and keyword combinations that you'd like to show up for as a company. And in some of those cases, your company is going to be one click away, right? So the person will find this article or find this mention or whatever it is, and it may or may not be a hot link, it may or may not be a follow link, but it's still basically one click away, because a person can end up liking what they see. They can either do another Google search to find you, or they can click if it's a hot link of some sort. And that's can end up being really effective, right? Because the more of the SERP you control, the more of the mind share you're going to get of the consumer. So we really try to dovetail traditional SEO with this idea of digital PR.
Sounds like how reputation management companies work a little bit, in terms of they try to get as many stories about a brand or a personality through not just making websites, but PR and different things, so that could dominate the SERPs.
It's absolutely related to what one would do if one were using it for reputation management. In the case of reputation management, the primary keyword corpus you're working on is the name of the company or the person who has a reputation issue, right? And so it's pretty focused. Like, you'll use their social media profiles, you'll like juice up their Twitter, juice up their LinkedIn company profile or individual profile to try to start to build that stack rank of SERP domination for the offending content, right, which is the reputation management issue. I think digital PR is broader, right, because you're not just trying to push down bad things as you are in reputation management, but you're really trying to control as much of the SERP across your entire keyword list, right? So even if you start at the concept level, like which things would we like to rank for, and then you think about, okay, which keyword combinations are sort of the bottom of the funnel, but which we also like to rank for top of the funnel keywords. Would we like to be on somebody's radar earlier in their buying cycle? And so while you're working on getting yourself to rank, it's great to also simultaneously be working on getting stories about you to rank. Sometimes those stories will include a hard link, right? Because they will be the result of traditional PR or digital PR, and that results in sometimes a link because the reporter or whatever ends up giving it to you. Sometimes it ends up being a no-follow, and sometimes it's just a mention or a citation, right? But those are all good because they still kill two birds with one stone, right? They have a smidge of SEO value if it's just a citation. Some would argue none, right? Or some would argue some. But they also have obviously the visibility, which is key.
So what do you think in terms of the no follow? So Google made a thing where they're changing the no follow to be a hint for both ranking, crawling, and indexing. Do you think those types of links will matter in the future? Do you believe they always matter, no follow links, and Google just made those things up? I'm just curious.